What's happening? Matt, what's going on, man? Looks like the Hoons tires have a new profile. Oh, holy smokes. Both sides, too. A little bit of a profile change. That's all. Didn't expect anyway. I don't know. I don't even know what time it is. Whoa, what? Man, where does time go? Trash Ninja, what's happening, man? Check out the well, his actually one. I thought that was a piece of hair. That's actually one of the threads that ripped out of the tire, but check out the new profile. Hey, at least the front of them still look mint. You know? Both sides. They've got a new profile. But yeah, that's a pretty nice. Oh, I forgot. There's a light over here. But it's got a nice blowout right there. You haven't watched it yet, man. You gotta watch it. I think time just it does, man. It definitely does. Next vid, roast the tires. Hey, dude, that happens all the time. If you watched actually, what video was it? There was a video that maybe I can pull it up real quick. Put it right on the screen. But there is a video. I roast Big Black's tires all the time. Let's see, where is it? I know I can find it. Oh, I know which one it is. I can find it. You know what's awesome? I gotta tell you, man. I am so totally gonna do stuff like this to mine. that looks freaking awesome. Oh my god, that actually looks pretty cool. Let's see, library. HRB hooked him. You know it, man. Yeah, this sticker, whatever it is, the vinyl graphic for the bench is actually pretty awesome. It came out nice. I gotta see what I can do about keeping it nice. I gotta get a what I have to do is I have to get one of those pit mats so that I can, put a pit mat, over it so that we don't have any, too much destruction of it. I mean, what I can probably do is put some Arrma all on it. Video sponsorship. Yeah, you know it, man. Video sponsorship all over the place. Pit mat equals yoga mat. There you go. Yeah, I'd like to see if I could get like a branded one from somebody. Know anybody? Anybody out there want to throw me a branded pit mat? We'll stick it right down on the table right here. Voodoo. Actually, you know what? Voodoo. I actually don't have you on my list. Are you interested in saying like what state you're from or anything like that? Just because I keep like this going page about all the people that come to my live. You don't have to. Keep in mind, you don't have to share your private information. Everybody's freaking out about all that stuff. Doesn't matter. Somebody sees you in a parking lot, they can just follow you home, can't they? Voodoo Cow RC Pit, yeah. Yep. They also who else does one? There's another nice one that I saw out there. But Voodoo Trucking. Let me see if I can like I said, see if I can find that video. It shouldn't be too far away. Although I have been putting a ton of videos out lately, which is nuts. Where are we? Might take me just a little bit to get to it. Traxxas, nope. Wow, it's actually been that long. What? There's no way. Nah, it can't be that far away. You kidding me? Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I think this is it.
Right there. Right there. All three of them. All three of them are out of here. There they go.
I think this is it. Yeah. Right?
Rolling over this right
Come
here.
on.
Coming up. Are you ready to get reckless? Where your RC adventures begin. Over here at Reckless
Oh, come
Hobbies,
on.
we're checking out their
Maybe this
throwing
isn't
track.
it.
This is actually pretty intense.
I know there's one on here. It must have been when I picked up the Max, I think. This must be it. Yeah, this is it right here.
Oh,
It's actually when
nice. What
when
about the other?
when I got a call about the Max coming in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be down in, like a day or two or something like that. All right, man. All right, talk to you. Sean from Reckless Hobbies in Wareham, he just called. Says that it's in. Yeah, I know. I can't wait either.
It looks like a paradox.
All right, man. I got to finish up this video. All right, talk to you.
I think this is the one, right? This has got to be the one. Yeah, it is. And that's nothing. That's a baby burnout. I don't know. I don't even know if you saw that Voodoo truck. Voodoo trucking. I don't know if you saw. I'm just gonna call you Voodoo. That's easier. But yeah. You look 10 years. Yeah. Well, you know what's funny too is when I shave my face, it obviously changes. But yeah. Lots of manufacturers. Yeah, they do. Yeah, but there was one that I had my eyes on. I just can't remember what it is. I'm sure I'll come across it at some point again. But it just would be nice just to kind of like, I guess, try to keep things nice. I guess, it's especially like, man, all the sand and all the garbage that gets all over the place with these things. I'm trying to figure out how can I get so much stuff in the way here. Can I put that camera like that? I mean, it's like I haven't operated a camera before. There we go. Yeah, now you can see. There you go. Now you can see the whole thing. Right? Yeah, there we go. Something like that, I think. That works. Then I'm partly in the screen now. Hips and neck, yeah. So what's everybody up to tonight? I mean, it is like what, 11:30? Holy smokes! You know what's crazy? I'm surprised. Yeah, did you like that, Voodoo? Wow, look at that! What the heck's wrong with my hair here? It's like I need to get a haircut again or something. I don't know. It's funny what HD stuff does, man. Makes you realize you get like hairs out of place. That's crazy how crystal clear it looks. But anyways, yeah, that was, let's move this over here. That was actually a blast. I did it before with it was a very short clip when I put the when I put those hoons on and it was pouring rain out. It's one of those things where I was just like, man, I can't even take any of the RCs out. I was kind of wine bagging. I was like, wait a minute, I got those hoons tires. I bet this thing would slide around the street awesome. And I mean, I ended up getting soaked because you position yourself, I guess, kind of you position yourself in the way in a sense. There we go. You gotta represent certain companies here, but you position yourself, to get, like the shot. You know what I mean? So you got like the camera and you're trying to get the shot or whatever. And man, I'm telling you, man, this bench is already getting mangled. Good thing this is an epoxy coating. It looks like everything washes off of this epoxy, which is pretty cool. The GoPro is getting some badass vids on it too. ESC burnt up in. What? Wait a minute. What's going on? Mets, what the heck is going on? What? With the ESC burning up? On yours, right? Oh, no. Did you? Oh, how did I miss that? Did you put it on? Did you put it on YouTube? Dude, I'm subscribed to your channel. You didn't post it. What do you mean you didn't post it? Just happened today. Yeah. So did that. But I posted that. Come on, dude. Get out there. Get those videos out there, man. You're waiting for your computer so you can put sweet music to it, aren't you? Didn't get enough video time to make it. Yeah, you did. Come on. All you'd have to say is you just have to beep out or bleep out all the swear words. God damn it. the part where you punch the car. That's it. I hate Arrma. Dude, I swear to God, you literally every time you can't even talk here, I'm coughing. Every time you take that thing out, I swear to God, you break it. Don't you? Like every time that I know that you've taken it out, it's like literally something has happened to it. Got the new rubber for the Mojave. You have rubber for the new, or do I? Like these, I'd still have the stock wheels. If that's what you're asking, I'm not sure. I'm loving mine. This is my first one. What, your first Arrma? Yeah, I mean, I love that thing. Oh, you should see, like, actually, I'll show you on the live right now what I did with this thing to make it so that I didn't have to worry, because what Trash Ninja saw, Trash Band, what Trash Ninja saw was he saw a little tire prep, which what he didn't see was he actually didn't see the real prep bottle, which I had actually used that first stuff, which was just a no, my GoPro. What? I'm trying to fit. Oh, you're trying to get a GoPro on a sale. That would be cool. Yes, Trash Ninja. So, but what you saw though was you saw something different. You saw bleach white. It's different. Bleach white is different than bleach. I actually did have bleach out there. But what I found was that the bleach is it's too wet. It's too slick. There's not enough there's not enough, I guess you want to say, weight to the vehicle. So the vehicle was kind of like hovering. So the idea of having the chain on it was hoping to equalize, because if you watched it, when it did a couple of pulls in the very beginning, you could see the front just squat just a little bit and the back obviously lift up. So the intent was, as it gained traction, I was hoping that it would settle the front end down a little bit more, because the chain was kind of just slightly pulling the back end up. I almost thought that Daisy was going to wipe out my wire. She had to go see you right away. But what I was hoping was that it would settle the front end down a little bit. But obviously you saw, things got so much torque that it was, it was hiking up the front end and squatting the rear down still. Obviously you can tell that's why the tires have like, put this on now. What is that? Blow me out. That's why the tires have that brand new profile that they've got on there. So I don't think there'll be any leveling out those tires. I think they're done. I did a burnout with the Mojave. Is that too? That's probably too bright, isn't it?
It's really bright.
Yeah, I should probably shut that off. Yeah, it's better. Message retracted from Voodoo. But video came out actually pretty good for a burn. For a burn. No, oh no! I didn't do the burn.
No. This.
Oh yeah, doesn't that look awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't do a burnout inside. That's what you meant. But there's a nice pile of rubber right there. Look at that pile of rubber.
Oh, that's rubber. It looks like dirt.
Yeah, no, that's rubber from these back tires.
Yeah. From
the back tires. But look at that. Look how it ripped through. It popped. The tire actually popped. You could actually hear it pop. And feel how thin that is now. There's nothing left to it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. The fronts are still fine. But no, I thought this was like a hair. That's actually part of the belting.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's actually in there. Look at that. It's part of the belting. So the Hero 8 bundle is $350 tomorrow. Where? Trash Ninja. Anybody, all right, so anybody on this stream, which there aren't that many people on the stream, if you're also part of the RCGG site, please, by all means, post whatever Black Fridays, like good deals that you find, like even, like, to me, GoPros, those are RC related because, I mean, point blank, I mean, I use these for my RC. Amazon, Target, Best. Oh, all of them? Yeah, she actually is. Well, the thing is, right, is that's Sam. She actually is a car girl, right? Which is crazy because like this was it's Matt's. You know what's funny, right? She actually used your name the other day when we were talking. I forget what the conversation was.
You were talking about how you had made someone the thing in ice cream.
Yes. Moderator, and she was like, "Oh, was it Matt's?" She like automatically knew who it was. I thought that was pretty funny. She was in the zone. You're gonna run the Mojave. Oop, whoa, where did my thing go? As soon as I plugged in the camera, the screen just went black. You're gonna run the Mojave and the UDR together. Wait, you mean me operate them both together? That's part of the problem. I keep trying to get my wife out there, but one of the biggest things for her is the weather. And to be completely honest, like it's actually most girls, women, whatever, their hands and feet get colder than guys. So, and I'm I'm what you call well insulated. My wife really isn't that insulated, and neither is my daughter. So I know you know what I mean by well insulated. So, but I so want to run them both together. I think it would be absolutely awesome because obviously 6S, and they're basically, we have already talked about it. They're basically like the same vehicle, obviously, except for the rear end, and the UDR does have more travel, suspension travel. I think the UDR is more of a finesse type of sand blaster racer, where that is more of a sand basher. You can definitely bash that more, and it does better in the hard turns. Has a tendency to flip less because of the independent rear suspension. I see the new car girls. Yeah. You know what's awesome, man, was that since she was a kid, and that also goes for my son too. But since she was a kid, she's always been like to literally to explain the stories that I've got about this kid. So I'll be out in my garage, either let's say I'm using body filler. The last time I remember, I was using a Duraglass, and she could smell it. And this was when she was younger. She had to have been like around 10 or 11, somewhere around there. I was in the garage using some Duraglass, and she could smell it because her room is actually right above. She comes down into the garage, and she opens up the door, and she just goes, ah. And I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, I just love the smell of the body filler. And the way she uses the terminology, which is nuts. Another time, she was actually younger, and I had my Trans Am, my O2, and it was idling in the driveway while I was inside, and I felt the car like do a little like bump. Oh, what the hell was that? And I see hands on the fin. She was breathing the exhaust. I'm like, and this is when she was younger. I'm like, Sam, you can't do that. You're not supposed to be breathing. She says, I don't know. I just love the smell of like gas and fumes. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not good for your brain cells. Yeah, doesn't it? It just has that sweet smell to it, doesn't it? I just realized it's for 420, Brad, huh? Brad, I don't have you on here. What? Brad, you've actually been here a few times now. Again, you don't have to share your personal information, but if you want to say like what country you're from, because obviously you're saying 420, that means you're way far away. You're on the other side of the planet. But let me see if I can find something to show Voodoo here. Let's see. Trying to show Voodoo a specific picture. Yeah, exhaust upper, I know. Iceland. That's awesome. What's actually nuts? My wife just found out through Ancestry.com on her dad's side was that they're, I think she said she's like 70% like from Iceland or something, which I thought was pretty crazy. 70%. I think it was 70%. I could be wrong. Here I am. I'm supposed to write. I have a dyslexic kind of issue. I'm supposed to write Iceland, right? And I'm writing island. Brain just doesn't work sometimes. Ah, come on. Where are the pictures? Ah, here they are. So this is her. Voodoo. This is her when we took the Camaro to a car show. Why does it look all fuzzy? Doesn't look fuzzy on here. But she was polishing up the wheels. Yes, she wears flannel. Wonder where she gets that from. And she likes all cars too, man. That's what I love. I love the fact that she to like explain things, right? I loved it because it was just like she totally took the car on as being hers, which I absolutely loved. But I've got a ton of other pictures too. My son too, he's totally into cars as well. But they were like real old pictures, if I remember right. Wish there was an easier way to like keep track of photos because they're in my head, but I can't. It's hard to like find them. I've got to do some kind of better organization or something of these photos so that when you go to show people stuff. Yeah, right here. So that was back when what was nuts, right? Was here's the best part, Voodoo. I think you're still there. Matching Fox flannel. There you go. But couldn't stop laughing. Whoa, okay, Voodoo, Canada. Oh, sweet. So you're just above me. Well, actually, I don't know that. You're above me, but you could be like above. Let's see. But what was I saying? Oh, so what was really cool about so my daughter, right? My youngest daughter, she obviously took, ballet and stuff like that, right? So every Friday, she had ballet, and I would, take her to ballet class, and then, take her back home. Well, on the ride home on Fridays, we would stop at a Walmart because they would have a car show. This was the best part, and I wish I never thought to take pictures like this, but here's this girl in a full ballet outfit, like the pink and white, okay? The whole ballet thing, okay? The only thing that she, had different was she wore sneakers. And she always made sure that I brought her sneakers for her because she knew what we were going to do. So every Friday, well, almost every Friday, we would stop at the car show. And I mean, here's this little girl in a ballet outfit at a car show. Because guess what? That's where she wanted to be. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, and when she was a little kid and she knew I was in the garage welding, there was a mask, one of the ones that you can just hold with your hand. She would come into the garage and she knew all about welding flash and everything. She would grab the helmet and she would put it over her face and she would walk over and see what I was doing. Like, dude, there's so many, like, there's all those memories that you'll never forget. You know what I mean? still looks funny right there. A pile of just rubber. Yeah, now we just got to break these tires down. It'll be easy to peel these off. Should be easy. Yeah, I'll be able to peel these off by hand. Heat them up just a little bit, peel them off by hand. There's 15 people on the live stream. We are like almost getting to the highest. Oh, just lost one. Somebody comes on the live, they're like, nah, I don't want to watch that garbage. How about Flat Earth? Pretty cool. There you go. Yep, Flat Earth. Flat Earth is pretty cool. Well, that kind of proves it, right? Flat tires. The tires wore out flat. Obviously, if they were round, if the Earth was round, they'd be scooped out more. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Is there proof? Is that a conspiracy thing happening right there? It almost looks like maybe the Earth is round. I don't know. Fox does have flannel, in case you want to know. I'll have to check that out. The only show at our Walmart is a free show. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So what's next? I've actually had the DBXE actually in my truck for the past couple of days with fully charged batteries. Yes, inside my truck with fully charged batteries. Figured that's what the insurance is for, right? But I've just been waiting to be able to just take it somewhere, and the weather's been so iffy. So like even today, I thought I was going to have a chance this morning. I was just waiting for the sun just to come out for a little bit, and it literally came out and went away. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, I'll just do a burnout with this thing. I really thought you were going to add weight to the Mojave to pull that truck. You know what's funny is that I actually want to try pulling it with the DBXL. It'd be interesting to know if it can pull it. I'm sure it could probably pull the tracker. But Big Black though, man, you'd have to gear that on to get a little bit more, torque. But I bet it could pull the tracker, no problem. I mean, the thing's got such small tires on it anyway, thin tires, that it could probably pull the tracker. Could set it up so that, it's actually on the downward slope, and then just adjust the camera so that it looks like it's flat. You know how they do camera trickery. Yeah. You know what's funny was I had actually done it a couple of times. The part where I took the chain and I pulled on the truck, I had actually done that a couple of times to see if I could get movement, and I did. The problem was the couple of times that I did it to try it, what I did was each time that I had done it, it must have sunk into the ground just a little bit more, not realizing that's what it was doing. So that last time when I thought everything was all set, I was going to give the chain a pull and the truck was going to just come forward just a little bit. it only moved like a 1/16 of an inch. And I was like, well, that was lame. Peyton, what's going on, man? Dude, you see the burnout? Oh my God. Swaying, I know. Sway, I know you saw it. What's happening? Yep. Yeah. Put the hoons to good use. You know it. I literally, I bought them as disposable tires. I bought them only for that, and I just wanted to see what it would do. I wanted to see if the thing could drive on the street, how much traction it would give, what the body roll was going to be like, all that stuff. And then I just knew I was going to do a burnout with them, and I was just like, I had done a small little burnout. I don't know if anybody saw it. I think it was like the end of a video. Oh, yeah, it was the end of that video. The video where I took it out on the wet street and just did all the, you know, whatever you want to call it, drifting or sliding, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, I did a burnout at the end, and that made me go like, hey, I'm like, this will actually do a nice burnout. And I kind of been waiting for it to do it. I wanted to kind of set it up like the Huna truck to do, actually not the Huna truck, the Mustang. The all-wheel drive Mustang. That, when I saw that, I was like, man, I would love to recreate that. And I was going to actually take cardboard and box in that thing in front of my truck. I was going to box it in. That way the smoke would have kind of more bellowed out of the box. But the only problem that I had was because I wanted to use multiple cameras, once you put these cameras into a high frame rate, the low light sensitivity is absolutely gone. So I knew that if I enclosed the Mojave, that I'd lose the low light, then you wouldn't see any smoke. It was just a bunch of just stuff. And I was like, you know what? Having big black as a backdrop is good enough. Incredible Mac. What's happening? I'm in the market for a Truggy, and I'm considering the Arrma Creighton 6S or the Habeo SST. Any opinions? Well, I have an affinity for the Habao, right? I keep calling it Habeo, but it's Habao. I do have an affinity for that, but the Arrma Creighton might be your better choice depending upon what you want to do. I mean, I'd say they're I guess close. What are they? Are they close in price? How much does a Creighton go for nowadays? Trying to see what a 6S Creighton will go for. Somebody already know? Look at that. Trash Ninja's right on it. $549. And I'm looking, okay, so you got that, and then add 20, then add the 20 off. Oh, $529. Man, I don't know. I want to, all right, so the weird thing about Habao is they give you like sometimes the oddest, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Their design or some of the parts they'll throw in are just, they just don't seem like they should go in that level of vehicle, meaning that they're actually really good parts. Like, they almost seem like they're putting in upgrades where other companies are, you know, having upgrades be an add-on or whatever, something that you buy later. I to be honest with you, I don't think you can go wrong either way. Yeah. Dude, wouldn't that have been funny if I did make it so that the Arrma was pulling Big Black? You'd totally have to do camera trickery. I have to have my daughter like behind the truck pushing it. And not obviously on grass, because then that wouldn't work. The Creighton 6S is awesome. Yeah, it is. I think either way, I think you're good. The Hibao parts are probably going to be, and my guess is cheap, because I have found that if anything breaks, and I say if, the parts are like nothing. They're very inexpensive. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to say, man. Either one. Just take a coin and flip it and just be happy, you know? Everybody is saying, what is junk? The Creighton? The thing is, right? Even like how I don't know if I'm getting off topic here. The Hibao? Wow. Well, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I don't think that brand is junk at all, man. You gotta figure, right? You'll have somebody calling this thing junk because they slam it into a wall and something broke, or like the UDR, or actually this one, I haven't had any issues with that thing. It's just opinions vary literally on everything. Like why do you have somebody like Ford over Chevy over Dodge? I mean, because somebody gets locked in on something and that's what they like, and then they call everything else junk. Even though, like you'll say, like a Dodge guy, right? Some of the earlier Dodge pickups had major front end issues and transmission issues, but everybody, Mopar and Dodge, loved their Dodge trucks. Dodge Ram power, bam, whatever. And it's just like, yeah, but your front ends and your transmissions are junk. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why, like for me, I don't say anything's junk unless it actually is. Like even the Red Cat Camo X4, man. Some people would call that thing junk, but what I put that thing through, that thing's not. I mean, it looks like junk right now because it's a big pile in a box and it's waiting parts, but it all depends. It all depends upon what you're going to do with it. Figure it out. I don't think you could go wrong, but then again, you also shouldn't give out advice, because you give out advice and somebody destroys, whatever they just bought. Then they're like, oh, dude, you made me choose the wrong one. It's just like, just flip a coin when it comes to that, and just be happy, Yeah. Yeah. The Hibao is dude, I mean, just that thing right there, the MT2. The thing is, so I literally, I am calling that thing is what I now call Old Faithful. So that kind of says something about how I feel about the design of that truck, and actually how I'm keeping it. It's almost slightly becoming rat rodish, which I'm like, see, like right now I'm actually looking at it. It's almost rat rodish, which is actually pretty cool, man. I like the fact that I've beat the snot out of it, and it just keeps coming back for more. And the only thing that I broke on it was one of the link arms, and that was just, bad landings, launching the thing like 100 feet in the air and, landing on a wheel. It's what happens. And then the motor being burned out, that was 100% my fault. I didn't prepare the wiring for the thrashing. That's what it was. I didn't prepare the wires for the thrashes that the thing was going through. I mean, that thing took some nasty hits that day, and no wonder why the wires got chewed up by the gears. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Sway. Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, launching it through the rocks, dude. And there was zero problem with it. You saw that boulder, man. That thing was massive. It launched that boulder. I mean, it's you want to talk about when people say, "Oh, send it." They send their RC, they send it, they send their car, whatever. And it's like, dude, that thing sent a rock. I mean, and that there was no issue with that. Or did it have an issue with that? I think the landing, the wire just got slammed into the gears. I don't know. But it still kept trying. But I know I burned the motor out. But I do have another one. I have another motor. It's just like I gotta find time to put it in. Should be easy. 3 wires and a pinion. Launching it through the rocks, yeah. When in doubt, get both. Yeah. See? Voodoo's got the right idea. When in doubt, just get both. That way, when one's down, you get the other to drive. See? Voodoo's got it. Voodoo's got it right there. Yeah, get both. Yeah, see? Trash Ninja, same thing. Oh, look at that. He even said it. He even said the same exact thing. When one down, order parts, drive the other. Yep. My Mojave went full speed into a pole that jumped out at me and only broke a control arm, so I'm a believer. Yeah. Yep, that's crazy, man. Who else did that? Mets is a riot. Oh, so Matt Leon, right? He's got the DB XE, the first one, and he hit a pole and broke his arm. That'd be funny if that was actually him. Oh, Frog City's here. I'm surprised Mets didn't jump all over that. Yeah, I know, huh? Yeah, actually, that's today. Well, yeah, it's already today now. There he goes. You're too late, man. You're too late. You already jumped in. Oh my gosh, Fog City. Oh my God. Oh, Mets, you're awesome. Dude, you've probably done that before and I didn't even notice that you were doing that, did I? Yes, you did. I didn't even notice that you did that. Oh my God. See, we're just having fun here. Oh my gosh. Man, still got the cough. Well, you don't have to, but you want to. So does anybody have the day off? I almost forgot where the camera was. See, I looked over there to where the camera was. Does anybody have the day off today? seeing that it's today now. Spent 4 hours watching Vector Fits last night. Holy smokes. That's insane. You do. Nice. Yep. Cool. Yeah, I think my daughter actually has to go in. Like, I don't know how she's going to do this. I hope she should definitely sleep in tomorrow, because I think she is working 11 to 6 tomorrow or something like that, or some kind of crazy hours she's working. I think it's 11. Like 11 at night. Like 11 at night to 6 in the morning. Yeah, she's a doctor. No, she's a college student. So here she is, right? So here I was talking about how she absolutely loves, she loves, this stuff, and she also loves, hot rods and classics, and obviously my truck, and she loves automotive and whatever. And here's the crazy part, right? She's actually in college to be an environmental scientist. So hopefully she's going to, because I always have those conversations with her. I mean, I'm like, so does that mean like when you get older, you're going to like hate me because I have my Camaro? And she's like, no. You got one of those too? Yeah. Free and clear all day. Nice. Nice. Incredible. I gotta say this every single time. Incredible. Do you want to say where you're from? Like what country or state? We got people all over the place here. You're off all day? Nice. Out truck shopping? Cool. Whoa, NYC. Oh, you're right. You're my neighbor then. You're right next door. Just because this is the first time that I've seen you, Incredible Mac, it's just easier to say Incredible. What made you come on to this live stream? Earl? I gotta actually start another Cali guy. Holy smokes. Somebody actually, Earl, somebody actually had referenced you, I think on my RCGG Facebook site. We have this Facebook site that's for everybody that comes to the live stream or whatever, or that's subscribed to the YouTube channel. And it's like a group place for everybody to just share like everything, like RC. It has rules. There's 9 rules. There's a few moderators on the site. There's a few moderators on this. 2020 Corvette shot. Yeah, you know what, man? The 2020 Corvette is definitely a sharp vehicle, but for me, like personally, I feel like it's visually, from my own self, I feel it's lost that vet look. Like I think like if I was ever gonna get a vet, other than being a 63 vet, that's the only other year that I would get. Or a 67. I'd get a 63 or a 67. And if you know vets, you'll know exactly why I said 67. But I would probably, like, if I, had the money, I would probably get a 2019, just because it's that last year of just, for me, looking like a vet, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. I got to finish right where you're from. Cali. We actually have family in Cali. My wife's sister and 2 of her kids live in California. Oh no, wait a minute. Do all 3 live in California? All 3 actually might live in California, but I thought one of them moved. I don't know. Yeah, we got family in California. Big muscles here. The muscle. So Incredible Mac. I've been watching live videos. Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that, because that's that thing where, you know, just gonna give it to you straight. You know what I mean? Just get out there, have fun. You know, whatever puts a smile on your face. You know, just something like this. This is just it's I don't know. It's a hobby, but it's kind of more than a hobby because it's just fun. I don't even know if you can call it a hobby. It's just good times. You know. What's good? Just getting off work. Muscle, what the heck do you do? You're getting off work. Wait a minute. Time zone. What the heck do you do for work? Are you a doctor? Getting off work late. Definitely not a 7 to 3 job. People say 9 to 5, but it's a lifestyle. Yeah, no kidding, it is. Yeah. A chef. Oh. My wife just made. I've got this oddity about soup. Like whenever she, and I don't know why, probably because all the soups that I had ever had were just nasty. Whenever she makes a soup, man, like my instant reaction when I hear she's making a soup is like, ah. Oh. But every single time I have her soup, man, it's like, how did you? That's why I'm well insulated, because of my wife's cooking. More fun now in RC than I have ever had because of the social media piece. Yeah, it is fun, man. Look at that. Look at that. Fog City's a chef too. That's awesome. Turkey Day at Big Muscle's house. Let's go. 6 to 4. Yep. A roll-off driver. That's obviously why your last thing is Mac. Those are good hours. Those are definitely good hours. That is awesome, Muscle. Yeah, no, I know. Sway, I know that. The guy that lives 2 houses down from me, he had he doesn't do it anymore. He only does it for very specific clients, but he has a company. It's called autoancestry.com. And even though it's auto ancestry, he has actually been a key player helping out the what is it? CC, what is it called? CR, the Corvette thing. He know, like, to pick this guy's brain, he has got a 1 of 1 vet at his house right now. I think it's a I could be wrong on the year, but I think it's like a 71 or 73. But it is a all original 1 of 1 vet. He also has a 67. He's got his wife has, I think, a 65. Like this guy, you want to talk about vets? This guy literally knows everything about Corvettes. He was able to buy all original documents from a dealership that closed down like 100,000 miles away from where we are right now. He has all the original sales documents, and he's been putting feelers out there trying to get contacted or in contact with the try to find owners. Like this guy is like, you know how they have that ancestry.com? That's basically what his company is or was. Anything vet, but he'd do other cars too because he's so good at research and stuff. Like he like pays like a certain amount of money every year or something like that to be able to access documents that, you know, the regular public can't access. And it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, this guy is his name is actually Bill Gould. If you ever want to look him up. Yeah. Yep. Yep. But it's a one of one, man. Like that's nuts. And what he was saying was the only reason, if I remember right, I'm trying to go back on the conversation that I had with him. It was a couple of years ago. The only reason why this vet is a one of one is I think because of, you know, like all the combinations, because it was an ordered car, okay? But because the only reason why it's a one of one is because it has the telescoping steering wheel. Like that color combination, that engine configuration, obviously, you know, a 4-speed, everything about the car, and it's got a telescoping steering wheel. It's like it just blew my mind. You unlock the little center lock and you could actually pull the steering wheel forward and back and then relock it. It was just like, what? I was like, I've never seen that before. He was like, yeah, it's a one of one. It's a unicorn. Oh. You decided not to get the, yeah, what? Let it kind of like figure out what's going on. How do you like you? Oh, I love it. The UDR is insane. I was able to get some killer shots with that thing, and just the amount of time driving it off camera, just its sound, the way it handles. I'm so used to, you know, now not flipping it because it's just how you let off or goose the throttle just enough so that you don't flip in a turn. But the thing's insane. I mean, right now, like, see what I'm doing is the camera's right here, right? Faced like that. But the way it's faced, when I look at the screen to like read the comments, I'm like looking at, like my eyes are right on the UDR, all the cars like right there. But yeah, the UDR is actually, it's awesome. I still have upgrades for that thing that I got to do. I got all these upgrades. I got all the suspension arms, trailing arms. I've got everything for it. Just waiting for stuff to break. But apparently the way I drive it now, I'm not breaking it because I'm also not destroying it. I don't know why I'm drinking coffee at 12:30 in the morning. Did I miss any? Yeah, but wait a minute. Incredible Mac. You're talking about, you know, the lake is frozen. Why can't you take an RC on the lake? That would be insane. Get some studded tires, or if they don't have studded tires, make studded tires. We used to stud our tires for our bikes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome because he bounces stuff off of me all the time because, I mean, what's nuts is that he's he's definitely into his cars, but he was more of a researcher collector, not a guy that really worked on his cars, but now he works on his cars. And what's cool is that every once in a while he'll, bump me a question. He'll stop by with one of his vets and go, can we go for a ride for a second? I want you to listen to this. So I'm like, I just literally just drop everything. Yep, here I'm coming. And we'll take it for a ride, and we'll take it out to the highway, and he'll just ask me a couple of questions of what I'm hearing, smelling, feeling, which is cool. Copo, corporate office production order. Corporate office production order. I think that's what Copo stands for. I can't remember. That's another thing too, right? I did research on my Camaro. Based upon the trim tag number sequence, my car was 10 cars away if it's done the way I think it was done. There's a lot of funky things that happen in the the car industry, but number wise on my trim tag, I believe my car was 10 cars away from a Copo. That just felt great. 10 cars away. So my car was on the line when a Copo was being built. Break them, fix them, upgrade them, and chain them to your truck. Yes, sir, you can. I can't watch another Creighton AS video. Way too many for me on you. Yeah, they went a little nuts with it. Who, me? If I was to go get a new RC, what would it be right now? I have two answers for that. Oh, crap. Look how heavy this is. So number one, it would be this one right here. This would be the RC that I would get. But I've actually been wanting to get a a carpet track car, and I keep steering myself to a Schumacher, and it's only because when I was a kid, the first time that I heard a Schumacher was the first time that I got my eyes on one, because at the track that I went to, it was an all dirt track. It was literally the sound of it that whipped my head around to see what the hell was that? Just the sound of the car, because it was a belt drive. I just was like, it just has a specific sound. So probably a Schumacher carpet, a carpet track car. Or I guess maybe what the Associated, whatever the Associated four-wheel drive car is. But a carpet car will probably be my next purchase, just because I'm thinking about getting back into racing again. And that'll actually be bought at my LHS. I'm not going to source that online. But I'm leaning towards a Schumacher. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm probably throwing my Bostonian accent into saying the name. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. If you got a set of these, you could stud these. You know what I mean? And you technically could run the screws the other way. Run them in. You don't have to. You want to get something. Obviously, you want to get something that's got a flat tread. You don't want to try and stud something like that. That's just not going to work. But if you got something that was like a tire like this, where the rim is so close, the screws themselves would serve as even the heads. So get like a cap screws. You get a cap screw, and it will have enough bite for ice. It doesn't have to be a needle. You go this way into the tire. That way, it is screwing into the rim. You know. X-Ray makes a good carpet car. Yokomo, I keep forgetting about Yokomo. Yokomo was obviously another big brand too when I was a kid. All that stuff was just out of reach. Yeah, dude, this car. So are you talking about this one right here, Voodoo? I think this is the one you're talking about. If that's the one you're talking about, I think that's what you're talking about. You ordered a belt drive for your Rampage? Crazy. That's awesome. Buggy. Trash Ninja, buggy. Definitely a buggy. You had a Yokomo on-road? Yeah. Stop? Who's saying stop? Go Techno or Associate both have great four-wheel drive. Yeah, but so does the Schumacher, though. Casey, what's going on, man? I was wondering if you were going to show up. You just kept hitting replay on the Burnout video, right? Rambo 4. Oh, yes. So Voodoo, are you literally just thinking about getting the DB Pro? Because if you're just thinking about it, don't just think about it. Just get it. You will not you won't regret it one bit. And I gotta say, I love all the cars that I pick. I feel like I'm specific. Like cars that I want for myself. Like I feel I'm specific. But I almost said Pacific. I feel like I'm Pacific. I'm specific. I'm looking at it right now on the screen. That thing is freaking awesome. Sorry about the language, man, but that thing is just to have a car float over the terrain like that thing does, and the way how well balanced it is. The only thing that you will notice is depending upon the terrain that you drive on, because the suspension is so tight, meaning tight, accurate, like like gripping the terrain on the hard turns. And because I run this thing on 3S, I have separated the tires from the rims. So they do need to be glued back on, but that's a small price to pay for how that thing flies over the terrain. It flies over the terrain like the Mojave does. The Mojave is definitely a lot more, the Mojave is more chunkier going over the terrain, if you want to say that. It's more chunkier going over the terrain, but it still slices through stuff. That thing just, it floats the terrain. I swear to God, it's because of the way the undercarriage is designed. It literally just skims. It skims. That's a good way of explaining it. The DB Pro skims over the terrain while maintaining grip. That thing, this, I gotta. See, that's the other thing that kills you, man. You end up getting so many RCs that you like that you start not driving others because you just get like in this mode of driving like a certain couple because they're just so incredible. You forget how incredible all the other ones are. Oh, Casey, you missed it. We were already talking about the Creighton. Everybody's buying the Creighton 8S. You know, we were all going to talk Casey into getting one. Got to do a video on the Creighton 8S next. Yeah. Like the 5,000th video of the Creighton. No. Yeah, I won't buy. What? I won't buy what? You won't buy the thing? I just got a Baja Ray Raptor, so I may have to. Oh, okay. If I'm following you right. Oh, you won't buy the 8S Creighton. I get lost in these conversations here. You're stuck between the DB Pro or the UDR. Damn. They're both good vehicles. They're both very, very technical vehicles. I would, like, if you were asking like a personal, obviously because I've driven both. Man. I'm like looking at them both right now. I gotta say, I 100,000% don't regret buying this thing. Plus, it just looks badass. You know what I mean? But then again, you get the UDR. The only negative about the UDR, so the UDR takes a little bit of a learning curve on the turns, only because it likes to body roll like a good amount. And because it's got the solid rear axle, if that, you know, whatever outside wheel hits, whenever it grabs, it's going to roll. Like that's one of the things that it's known for, is it's known for rolling. But when you, it literally, it depends upon the terrain. It depends upon where you're going to take it. That's a huge factor. It's like somebody will buy this, right? And then they'll take it to Bash Mountain and they'll wonder why it's broken on Bash Mountain. It's like, yeah, because you just lost. Well, I will say it this way. Casey, we took it. We're going to take the DB Pro over to Creighton 8S Mountain. But I mean, it's not designed. It depends upon your terrain. I think, and that's why I have so many vehicles, because the terrain around where I live is so like different. Like it's all over the place. Like if I can go to the beach and the UDR is absolutely insane. like, I'm not supposed to say it, but a hovering device. I am licensed anyway, but yeah, so I can say it. My drone, because I'm a licensed drone pilot, my drone cannot keep up with the UDR. I mean, like tracking, it can't keep up with it. It loses it. The UDR just bolts. But then somebody will say, well, what about the Mojave? Yeah, the same thing. Mojave does the same exact thing, but the Mojave can bash a little bit better. If you want scale, UDR. And then there's that. Dude, it's just buy them all. That's the answer. Just buy them all. Buy them all. There's too many good ones. Desert Buggy's predecessor was the Exoterra. Such a pain to work on, and I have all of them. I opened the rear diff on the Super Rockray, and it's a whole different truck, way better. Yeah. I think the only thing that I didn't like about, and this is just my personal opinion, the only thing that I didn't like about the Super Rockray, because I actually had thought about getting one, but the rear end, I guess, from what I've seen in a couple of videos, has a weakness. It has a tendency to want to not snap in half, but break one of its little legs off. And again, it's how you land it. It's a heavy vehicle, and if you land it wrong, you're gonna break it. But that's with every vehicle. But I think I was surprised at how easy it broke. I guess maybe there were stresses that you didn't see off camera that the thing went through, and then it broke on camera. Who knows? Like I think that happened to somebody. Didn't that happen to CCXRC Tony? Didn't he have a vehicle that? No. It was that other guy, JT or something like that. I think it's It's either JT or JT. Either way, I think it was his Max. A wheel snapped off or something. I don't know. I think a wheel snapped off. But I think somebody had pointed out that it was probably because of a bad landing, and like anything, you end up with like a little fissure, and then that's actually how my Camo X4 broke. I didn't notice it until I was doing the video editing. One of the times when I had flipped the car upside down, you could actually see a fissure starting on the undercarriage where the diff actually connects in the A-arm. The front A-arms connect to the actual chassis. And that ended up breaking, but I didn't see the fissure when I physically turned it over, like in real time, I didn't see the break. But when I was editing the video, when I turned it over, because I was editing it slow, like, cutting it up and stuff, I saw the crack and I'm like, wow, that's why it broke. And then that final time when it hit that front wheel again, that's why it just snapped in half, broke right off. But, is what it is. You don't bash that bad? Yeah. Well, because if you want your RCs to survive, yeah. I mean, unless you want to just, keep throwing out money like people always, do that thing, throwing out money all the time. For me, and I guess maybe it's because of the RC channel, it's always been kind of like my thing of taking something and pushing it to limits, kind of within what it should be able to handle, kind of thing, and then maybe push it a little bit further. Like launching that off of the hill, that jump that I go to, launching that and the DBXL off of that hill, while they can do it, I don't like it. And I don't really have any intention of doing any more to it, because that's not how it's designed. It's not designed to fly 20 feet in the air and land hard on a hard surface. It's not designed that way. So those jumps aren't going to happen anymore with this guy or the DBXL because it's not designed that way. It's this like this right here. It's designed as a groomed track racer. That's how I'll say it. A groomed track racer. Yes, Earl. Yes, you're saying it exactly. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Well, that thing is, though, the MT2, that Old Faithful, dude, that thing is designed to jump houses. I am like, that's probably the only vehicle that I've got that I would feel confident about jumping Big Black with for 2 reasons. Well, 3 reasons. Number 1, I know it can do it. Number 2, I'll be putting Big Black in harm's way, and I already know it can jump it. Number 3, I feel it would survive the landing. And even if it didn't, probably any parts that I would need for it would be like $8 in parts. And I have no fear to jump with that thing anymore. Like when I was learning that truck, when I was getting used to it, just easing into certain things, testing certain things out, I've literally got no fear with that truck right now. I feel like I don't care what, no, I'm not going to 100-mile-per-hour slam it into a brick wall and see if it survives. No, I'm not going to do that. But I feel just in general, the stuff that you can do with it, the have fun stuff, the not even bash, the thrash stuff that you can do to that thing's, as far as I am concerned, with a couple of extra tweaks, that thing can take it. I've got no reservations about that. Can it break? Of course it can. You're putting it through things that, it's not designed for. It's like these people that, will take like the X-Max to a skate park and launch it, into the trees or launch it over a tree. And yeah, of course it's going to break. You land on a wheel or whatever. Yeah, it's going to break. No parking garage stuff. No jumping off a parking garage. Yeah, we don't have any parking garages around here. MT410. Awesome basher that doesn't break. I'll have to check that out. Techno. Oh, actually, you know what's funny? The question was what would be the next vehicle that I would get? So I'll show you what the next vehicle is that I have actually in mind. I'm probably going to get a carpet car first, but if you look in my cart on Amazon, what's the first thing you see right there? So that right there, that is a car that has been sitting in my cart for like a month, maybe more. Yeah, a Sen. Yep. You'll pass on Sen? Yeah. I won't. I'd like to try it out. I just want to try it out, see what it's like. Kind of like when I pulled the trigger on that thing. I pulled the trigger on that because of what I saw on their website about how the truck was designed. I liked the write-up on it, and I am, other than, tweaks that you need to make as, like anybody that wants to, like, I guess, change up their car just a little bit or enough to make it drive differently for them. That's what I've been doing with that thing right there with the MT. It is my Old Faithful, but I would like to try that Sen. And also, Sen is supposed to be having Tony from the CCXRC. He did a live stream or something about what was it, the F450 or something from Sen, which that looks interesting. Dude, isn't it like a Kraken like $3,000? Your LHS parts them out. Man, that thing's got so much sand on it, too. One of the big things, too, that people forget about is all the maintenance that these things need. And that's probably why half of the time you get breakage, because you're not checking stuff out. Like kind of like a helicopter. Aren't you like supposed to, every third or second trip of a helicopter, you're supposed to like totally rebuild the whole thing? Something like that. I don't know. Oh, I was going to show you guys what I did with the with this to actually protect it. So because I knew I was going to do the burnout, right? So what I had done is probably rubber all inside of this. Yeah, dude, check it out. Dude, that is caked in there. But I had put this, which is, it's all destroyed and ripped now, but I had put this cover over it because what I didn't want was, because I knew I was using a bleach, I didn't want the bleach getting inside the electronics. So I had made this quick little cover for it out of it was actually the backing to the HRB thing that they sent me. But it was just a way to try to keep, I guess, some of the contaminants out, so that I wasn't getting bleach actually inside the and it did its job too. Did its job with keeping things pretty clean. It's not bad in there. Definitely smells like burnt rubber though. But I just didn't want a spray of bleach because I knew I was going to be turning the wheels. I just didn't want a spray of bleach, going inside the electronics. I just didn't think that would be I didn't think that would be good. But I actually think I'm going to leave, like, see how you got T-Bone Racing actually just came out with it, but I'll probably leave these in here for now just to kind of help keep some of the mud or sand out. Might have to fix that one a little bit, but yeah. Probably should take these wheels off. I see you. What you doing? This isn't anything for you to eat, Haley. You're looking at it like you're gonna eat it. It's just a tire. So that one still looks like it's in good shape. So we've got two that are still good. The two fronts. Yeah, T-Bone definitely does make good stuff. More coffee. Yeah. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 1:01 a.m.
It's 1:01 a.m. What am I doing?
The answer to your calculation is 10.
What the heck was that? Will I ever race RC? Yeah, I probably will again. But what I'll be racing is I'll be racing on a carpet track right now. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out what I want to get for a carpet car. Obviously, what I'll do is I'll get an RTR first. Or maybe I'll just get, I don't know, maybe I'll get a kit. Who knows? I don't know. RTR has just made it so easy because you can just, out of the box, just go. But then you end up with, 100 remotes. I got to use the air compressor on this thing tomorrow. Get all this junk out of here. Oh, Velcro came off. Did it? No. I think I've had this conversation before. Does anybody else does anybody else block up their cars like when they get them sitting? Obviously right now the Max and the DB Pro aren't blocked up, but usually what I like to do is if a car is going to be sitting for a little bit, put blocks underneath the chassis so that the suspension's allowed to fully droop. I don't know if anybody else does that, but that's usually what I do. Asterian is back. I think Metz must have fallen asleep. I haven't seen Metz for a long time. Maybe he said goodbye. I don't know. Did he say goodbye? I ordered. Oh, last thing he said is I ordered a belt drive. I think he fell asleep. Oh, so incredible. You do that too. Yeah, good. Now, I'm assuming you're answering what I had just said about blocking up your chassis, right? If that's the case, why do you? Is it because of automotive background? Because that's point blank why I do it. Many years of crawling. You put yours on yoga blocks? Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Don't want flat spots? Yeah, but yeah. Also because just allowing the suspension, you know, it was always my thought to keep the compression off of the suspension itself too, not only just flat spots too, but flat spots not really an issue with RCs that much. It's a cheap stand. Yeah, well, now when you say cheap, how much are they? A couple bucks? Because that's not, if it's a couple bucks, that's not bad. I'll tell you, incredible. The reason why I have done it, and I say automotive background, and this is the crazy part, it's because of my mother. Now, you probably haven't been, I'm thinking this is your first time on the stream, right? So, like I was saying, man, things have changed for this channel so much. I just got a message that a company is sending me some RC cars. Holy crap. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. What? Who else? Somebody else sent me a message. What? Holy crap. Wow. Let's see what we got here. Crawler in. I thought that said intoxications. My glasses, like the junk. Crawler Innovations cell block. That cell block is awesome. I have to check that out. What is it called? Crawler Innovations. And then for some reason I didn't get to finish writing what that techno car was. I don't think it's that far away. Oh, I didn't even see Fog City Said Goodbye. That's a part. Where was that? Where was that techno that I was supposed to check out? Where is it? Here we go. Get techno associated. Oh, see, I'm missing messages here. Where's the techno? Oh, I can't find it. Techno. I should have wrote it down right away. Heck. Wow. I cannot find it. Ah. The Sen Reaper's on sale for $534.99. Trash Ninja, don't forget, man, if you find stuff, post it on the RCGG site so that people can. So the Techno, all right. So the Techno MT410 though, that's a truck. What I was looking for was, so I think somebody said a Techno for a carpet car, right? Or am I just wrong? I thought I was writing down for a carpet car, because that's what I was looking for next, as my next, most likely my next purchase. But with the message that I just got, I might not have to. Yeah, that's right. The MT is a basher. But didn't somebody say something about a techno carpet car? A track, like, carpet? Can't find it. Man, my eyes are bad. It's crazy as I'm realizing that I've missed. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. I don't know. No carpet car in techno. I should just pay attention. Technos are race vehicles mostly, yeah. Well, they do it. They do have carpet racing now. The MT410, yeah. Well, I'll write that down too, though, since I did write on technical. Maybe that is what I was supposed to be. Techno MT410. But I gotta check. I got a tracking number. I gotta check now. Stuff is going to be here Monday. Holy crap. Abel, what's going on, man? Quad charger. Trash Ninja, you're finding all kinds of good stuff, man. I hope you're sharing it. All right, Voodoo. Hey, Voodoo, thank you very much for coming to the live stream. It was good meeting you. No day off tomorrow here in the Great White North. Yeah. Well, I hope you get to enjoy your day anyway. Probably won't be able to, but you know, hey, at least you're alive and your heart's beating and oxygen is still flowing through those lungs. It's all that matters. Vector's doing awesome. They're actually sleeping right now. You can see them right there. Come on, Ninja. Come on, Trash Ninja. Throw the things on the... Are you putting them on there? I want to see what you're finding, man. So, you know what's insane? So, HRB USA, right? That code they gave me was actually better than their Black Friday deals. Like, man, I wish more people, you know, kind of, you know, took them up on that offer, because that coupon code, that was good for 20% off. Now it's only 15. So, oh, and it's free shipping, so it probably calculates out to 20% off. Still, it was still a good deal. That is exactly like my daughter when she eats ice cream with a fork. Oh my gosh. No, Trash Ninja, post them to the RCGG site. Unless you're not on that. Man. Oh, it's going on. What are we going on? 2 hours here? What the heck time is it? Man, it is getting late. You can't be there, here, and there, and here. Well, I could just end the live stream. I should end the live stream anyway. It is late. So, yeah. This was a pretty good day. It was a good live stream. 10 years of repo. Ooh, you a repo man? Dollar hobbies. That's a good one. Yep. Dude, that must have been a crazy job being a repo man. They obviously have those, those repo shows now that they have on, the TV. All right, Sway. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just going to end the live stream like I usually say. Thank you, everybody that came to the live stream. This was actually pretty cool, like it always is. It's always awesome. Everybody just to come, you know, basically gets to come over my house, hang out. And, yeah. I don't know if everybody saw the crazy burnout video, but, yeah, put a burnout video up on the channel and just had to do it. And it was awesome. So that's it. Just going to end the live stream. And everybody enjoy their day, technically today, if they get to enjoy it. Yeah, obviously Incredible Mac's not going to be able to get to enjoy it. But anyways, that kind of stinks. But all right, so I'm just going to end the live stream like I usually do. Again, thank you, everybody, for coming. And just going to end it in 3, 2, 1. See ya.